During the last lecture, we have discussed about the definition of cosets. Today, we will see some properties of cosets. In this example, it is given that G be a finite set. It means G has 4 elements. The total number of elements in G are 4, which are a square, a cube, and a to the power 4. As the value of a to the power 4 is equal to 1, so it is a cyclic group. And the order of this group is 1. It is having 4 elements. Let us suppose we are taking 2 elements from this group G and we are saying that it is a subgroup. It is given in the problem. We are taking here 2 elements from this group G. Now the main task is to write all the possible cosets of H in G. Obviously we will write left coset as well as right coset. After creating the all cosets, we will prove that the union of these all cosets will be equal to the group. It means if you take the union of all these cosets, then you will find the set Z. And again we have to show that any 2 cosets will be either identical or they will be disjoint. So first we will try to create how to find the total number of cosets here. First we are taking first element from this G and we will write HA. HA will be equal to, it means you will multiply the all elements of H by A. It means you will write 1 comma A square and it will be multiplied from right by A. So we will get here A into A cube. Similarly, we will find the HA square. This is next coset HA square, which is equal to, when you will multiply this 1 comma A square by A square, then on multiplying the first element by A square, you will get the value A square. So the first element is A square. While you are multiplying this A square by A square, then you will get A to the power 4 and it is given that the value of A to the power 4, this is equal to 1. Similarly, we will find the value of HA cube. While we are finding HA cube, then we will get A cube into A to the power 5. A to the power 5 can be decomposed as A into A to the power 4, while the value of A to the power 4 is 1, so the resultant value will be A. Similarly, we will calculate the HA4. These are 4 right cosets because this group G has 4 elements, so we can create 4 left coset as well as 4 right coset. Similarly, we can calculate the left cosets. To find the left coset, we will multiply this subset H by each element of this group G from left to. So the first element is A, so we will multiply this H by A from left to, and we get the result A into A cube. This is equal to A cube into A because this is a set, and in a set the elements can be written in any order. So A into A cube, which is equivalent to A cube into A. Similarly, we can calculate A square into H. This will be equal to A square into H, and A square into H, which is again equal to HA square. Similarly, we can calculate A cube into H, and the value of A cube into H, this will be equal to HA cube. And in last, the value of A to the power 4 H, this will be equal to 1A square and 1A square. This is equal to HA to the power 4. So this is the simple technique to find out all the possible cosets generated by a group and its subgroup. Now we are proving the first and the second case of the problem. In second case of the problem, it is stated that the union of all cosets will create a group. Student will take it very carefully. When you are writing the union of cosets, then you will either take left coset, either take right coset. You cannot combine left and right coset as well. So first we are taking the union of all right cosets. Here the set H, which is having 1 comma A square. So 1 comma A square, this is our initial subgroup. The value of HA, this is equal to A into A cube. A comma A cube. Similarly, the value of A square, this will be equal to A cube and into 1. And the HA cube again equal to, when you are multiplying this by, this is A square into A, and after that you will write A cube into A cube comma 1. Similarly, when you are try to write the HA4, then you will get 1 comma a to the power 2, 1 comma a square. If you are taking the union of all these sets, then you will get elements from, this is a square, a square is taken from here, this gives a cube, and this gives a to the power 4, that is equal to 1. So the union of all these four sets will be equivalent to Z, and Z is a group. So we can say that the union of all possible right cosets will create a group. Similarly, if you take the union of all left cosets, then you will again find a group. As we have discussed in previous slide, we have shown that HA will be equal to AH. So these two cosets are equal. It means the left coset and right coset, these are equal, and which is also equivalent to HA cube and A cube H. It means these two left coset and these two AH into A cube H. These are left coset, and HA and HA cube, these are right cosets. So these two left coset and two right cosets are equal, or we can say that these are identical, and their values are A into A cube. Similarly, remaining four cosets, out of which two are left coset and two are right coset, and these four cosets are also identical, and their values is 1 comma a square. So in this question we have learned how to find the left as well as right cosets by a group and its a subgroup. Again, we have seen that how the cosets can be identical and equivalent to each other, and we have also proved that the union of right coset as well as the union of left cosets will create a group itself. Let us take a theorem related to cosets. In this theorem, it is stated that if H belong to H, then the coset H, it means it is left coset, either right coset HH, is identical with H. In this theorem, it is stated that suppose there is a group G, and this G has three elements, or 1, A and A square. Let us suppose this has three elements, and we are taking its subgroup, and the subgroup of this group G is 1 comma A square. If you are writing the cosets in this way, that the element by which you want to create the coset is also belonging to H. It means suppose I am going to write the cosets, then I will multiply this set H by 1 as well as by A, and after that I will multiply it by A square, so that I could find all possible cosets. But in this problem, if we take any element from this G which is already available in H, let us suppose I am choosing A square from here, and I want to write the A square into H. I am taking this element from here in this style, that this element by which I want to create the coset is already available in this set H. So obviously A square H, this will be a left coset. So in this scenario, we will prove that this left coset will be equivalent to or identical to H itself. This will be only possible if the cosets will be created by an element which is already available in H also. So this will be equal to H. So it is stated here. So to prove this theorem, we have initially assumed that H belongs to H. It means we are taking any elements from subgroup H. As H is be a subgroup, so it will satisfy all four possible properties of a group. It means it will have also inverse axiom. So if H belongs to H, then H inverse will also belong to H. Now we are applying here the cosets property. Here we have H inverse belong to H. Now I am multiplying both sides by H. Because H inverse is an element, I am operating H with on itself. So this composition will create a new element, and according to the rule of closure property, it will also belongs to the given cosets, and here the cosets will be equal to HH. It means you can easily understand it there that we are multiplying here in this relation both side by h, and the multiplication is from left to. So we can say that H inverse will belong to HS. This is our equation number 1. Again, we know that H be a subgroup. If H be a subgroup such that if H belong to this subgroup H, then its inverse, please make it correct, it is its inverse. H inverse will also belong to H. And by using the closure property, their composition HH inverse will also belong to H. In this scenario, we have shown that any element which is available in HH, small h and capital H, it means which is available in left coset, that element is also available in the subgroup. It means every element of this coset is available in this subgroup. It means this coset is a subset of this H. So we can written here, we can write here HH equal to HH is the subset of H. But there is a very popular result of cosets that then such that every coset is the superset of that set. It means the every coset is the superset of that set by which it is created. It is a very important property of cosets, and the next few lectures we will also prove this property. So by using this property, we can write here H is the subset of HH. Here the equation number A, equation number 1 and equation number A, which is here, and the equation number B, these are contradiction to each other. In the equation A, we are saying that HH is the subset of H, while in equation second we are saying that H is the subset of HH, which is only possible if this H and HH, these are equivalent or identical. So we can say that HH will be equal to I. During the next few lectures, we will study some more theorem related to cosets. In case of any difficulty, please contact me. Thank you so much.